What's going on, my fellow DC Universe and Marvel fans? GCDC here with another Let's Talk. Today we'll be discussing about the series premiere of Gotham. Let me start off by saying that besides the Flash series coming to CW, this has been one of the most anticipated shows of the year. Don't you just love when a series premiere is going to come on, or even a season premiere? You know, you get some food, popcorn, chips, and a soda, and watch with the rest of the world. Well, maybe not the world, but country. You know what I mean. If I had to rate the first episode, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, and you will hear my reasons in a bit. First things first, I think that the choice of actors and actresses were well thought out. I didn't really get that feeling of, oh, why did they choose her to play this or him to play that? At first I was like, okay, I don't think Jada Pinkett Smith is going to do good as Fish Mooney, an underground mob boss. However, I think she did an excellent job. She had the right voice, right look, and could pull off this well bad girl. Now, there's so many characters introduced in the premiere, so I'm not going into detail about all of them, mainly the main ones. So another character that I thought was well thought out was the guy who's playing Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. They gave him that gray look, well-dressed, crazed mind, yellow teeth, original look. And of course, the famous umbrella. We see him as the slave of Fish Mooney. He was holding the umbrella on her head, rubbed her feet, etc. So let's go to our main guys, Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock. Don't get him confused with Harvey Dent. Two-Face isn't in here. Maybe yet. We see that Harvey Bullock is the crooked cop and kind of works on doing something along the lines with Fish Mooney. Now, Gordon is not yet commissioner. That's way later. Gordon wants to be this good cop / detective. He just met Bruce Wayne after his parents were murdered by an anonymous thug. They thought that they found the guy, but unfortunately he was set up to make it look like it was him. Why? I guess maybe whoever he was working for wanted Gordon to stop looking for whoever it was. Like the saying goes, you go looking for answers, you just might find them. The man Gordon and Harvey killed, or should we say Harvey killed, was Mario Pepper. When they went into his house to interrogate him, we saw his daughter Ivy Pepper open the door in fear. Voila, another villain introduced. Poison Ivy, if for some god-given reason you didn't know already, or if you just don't know enough about Batman villains. Another villain that we got a little bit of screenplay already was Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. He was in a police department with Gordon and Harvey trying to get them to solve something. Boom, that's how we know it's him. Now, let's get something I didn't like a little. Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. Don't get me wrong, she did an alright job as Catwoman. So right now she is a little girl, or like close to a teenager, and is already stealing, pickpocketing, and parkouring now. She was there climbing around on a fire escape, and witnessed Bruce's parents get murdered. Then she was crawling on a tombstone at the funeral. It's like, okay, I know she's Catwoman, but do you have to crawl on everything? She's Catwoman, not a damn spider. I mean, some old lady sees her crawling all over the ceiling of her house and tries to get her ass with an old mop? I don't think so. Is she a damn caterpillar crawling all over the place trying to cocoon herself and blossom into an actual cat? Shit, give her a tail, why don't you? She already has enough fur on the top of the head. Not to be mean. Those damn producers. Okay, enough of that. Time to go on. We saw Bruce on top of the mansion looking down at the ground, and Alfred is screaming bloody murder. I've never seen the side of Alfred, honestly. He was screaming, "Get down, Bruce!" He was probably thinking, though, "What are you waiting for?" Like Scary Movie 1. Good times. Anyway, we hear Bruce say, "I'm conquering my fears," when Gordon asks what he's doing up there. Then Gordon hits us with that Socrates crap. Talking like, fear is what drives us, makes us blah 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 blah. Bruce was probably like, okay, shit, James. Now this is where people see him doing his regular Batman stuff on top of the roof and giving that hint. So let's go on again. Pretty much at the end, we saw Gordon walking Oswald to the edge of a dock and getting ready to execute him. Gordon, being the good guy he is, makes it look like he shot him and Oswald fell into the river. The reason why they make him seem like he shot him was because Harvey said, if you don't go kill him, I'm ordered by Fish to kill you and him. So you go kill him so I don't have to kill you, Gordon. So he acts like he shot him and he falls into the river. And later we see him finally come out of the river and he slashes a guy's throat that was just fishing and says that he will be returning stronger than ever. Boom, the reign of the Penguin. Now, I want to go on and talk about the thoughts on what are Easter eggs and non-Easter eggs. First, we heard somewhere in the episode and someone or something said 40 and Grundy. Bam, Solomon Grundy. Most of the Easter eggs are super obvious, like Edward Enigma, Ivy Pepper, and so forth. Not much of an Easter egg, really. Now, let's go on what are not Easter eggs for sure. We heard the black cop, not to be racist by the way, say to Gordon, "Stay frosty." So not to be racist, but some people are saying he will be Mr. Freeze. No, people. First, Mr. Freeze is white. Second, he's a doctor/scientist. Third, his name is Dr. Victor Freeze. Not Crispus Allen, I believe the cop's name was. Come on, people. Know your facts. One Easter egg that people are actually hating on was the so-called comedian putting on a show making jokes for Fish Mooney. People don't want him to be the Joker. That's what they're calling him, the Joker. Mainly people are saying that we aren't supposed to know the story behind the Joker because nobody knows who the hell he is, where he came from, why he does what he does, etc. So I understand where people are coming from. Now, who do I think should have a backstory? The famous villain that broke the bat, Bane. They should give his luchador story to show him sometime. Oh, and that would be cool. And one more Easter egg. This could be false, but maybe not. The guy that took a hold of a cop in the police department in the beginning of the episode, asking for his pills, was argued to be the Killer Croc Easter egg. And honestly, I have no idea. So we will see what happens with that if he is the Killer Croc. Also, one thing is that I think it's better that Gotham was on Fox. Mainly because CW does a lot of action shows, such as The Flash, Arrow. I think they did Smallville, or it was ABC that did Smallville. But you get what I mean. Fox, it has that little bit of like darkness to the show. And of course Fox, what is this kind of show? A detective show, pretty much. With the bad guys and the villains, the guys are trying to figure out who's running what, blah blah blah. So I think putting it on Fox was a better idea, and even my local comic book store owner, Mark Causey from Black Cats, giving a little shout out right there, even said that he likes that they put the show on Fox even more. So we will see how the rest of the show goes. Well, that's enough for the Gotham series premiere. Tune in next time for another Let's Talk. Leave feedback and what your thoughts and opinions are about the show so far, and I will see you soon. Later, dudes.